It's time for some football at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. Today, a good one in store here. It's the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles and the Buffalo Bills.
And now, your five-time defending AFC East champion, Buffalo Bills.
Matt Prater ready to get this one going. And off we go from Highmark Stadium. Xavier Gipson now to return. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by the newly minted Super Bowl champion, now in his 6th season, Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs, but Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into the short yardage situations or around the goal line, he finds a way to get in, but it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's the envy of many. He's elevated his teammates around him, and he's got a skill set that I know a lot of quarterbacks would sure love to have.
It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
For an Eagles first down. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Eagles.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
He was taken down.
That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Back to the line they come, 2nd down. Man in motion, headed right. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's caught, it's Saquon Barkley. And they get this down to the 28. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
And an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Hurts now from the gun. Hits him on the in route. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to get this down to the 13. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts. This one's caught. And he's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short.
It's a gain of 9.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
It's a sneak. Hurts. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a first and goal.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Eagles finish up an excellent opening series. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. So a very run-heavy approach to this one thus far. Hard to argue with the results as they start out with a touchdown, Brock.
Yep, even in a passing league, Kate, it's how a lot of teams like to start, right? Everybody loves to think of winning the line of scrimmage. Why? Well, it sets up play action. It makes your protections a little bit easier. Win the line of scrimmage in this league, you have to win the game.
Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Bills nothing.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. On the return, here's Ray Davis. He dodged the tackle. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. They're led out by the reigning NFL MVPs. Finished top 5 in voting 4 of the last 5 seasons, Josh Allen.
He won the MVP award. We all knew he'd capture at some point of his career. And to me, Katie really did so because he further elevated everybody around him. That's what MVPs do. It's exactly what Josh did a season ago.
First tone of the game for James Cook. I'd say the defense will take this today. They're across the line, handing him the loss. First play of the game.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you could just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. Second down. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Completed over the middle. He got mighty close, didn't he? But they marked him just short of the first. He's at the 34. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
On the sneak, it's Allen. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 2.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
They've got first down here from the 36. And up from the pistol to Cook. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Play action now. Allen. Throw right side, and Shakir has it. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That's good for a Bills first down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Offense getting set. Here's first and 10. They'll bring a tight end in motion right. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Big Jordan Davis getting there for the tackle.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Again, it's Cook. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means third down coming up. And that right there, an early look at somebody who might just be the impact player in this ball game.
Yeah, there's no question this strong safety loves to come downhill. Now, as an offense, you've got to adjust. You've got to throw over the top if he's willing to be that aggressive.
Another one for Cook. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up fourth down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They're bringing out Mitch Wisnowski to punt it away on fourth. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. Oh, they are loving this one. It flies out of bounds, and it wasn't too far off the end zone. They're going to say it crossed at the 3. Now for the second time this game, we're going to look at the Philly offense. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early, and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them, right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, you can start to murmur, and we might even hear a few bluebirds.
Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
That run right there, that kind of feels like your missed opportunity defensively. Got him backed up, and you played it well enough to contain the run, but you didn't play it well enough to damage the run.
Hurts. He just kept going the wrong way, and that's going to cost him. That is a safety. And it wasn't a touchdown or a field goal, Brock, but hey, points are points, and their first points of the game come on that there safety.
You'll take them any way you can get them in this league, Kate, right? And if the defense has got to score and they've got to continue to score, that is just fine, because that is a breath of fresh air on that sideline and hopefully a bit of a kickstarter for their offense as well.
Out now for the free kick, hoping their defense can answer a safety with a stop of their own. Secures this at the 17. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Here comes the Bills offense for their second drive of the game. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this series with an option left. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Jacoby Dean in on the tackle.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He's got this complete to James Cook. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield.
13 yards on
Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Finds him over the middle. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
trying this one up the gut. He's going to snag a couple of yards charging up the gut. Brought down by Jalen Carter.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Now Allen off the play action. That finds his man. It's Keon Coleman. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. They get 19 on that pickup. And the Bills have a first down.
Bills, first down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Allen now on first down. Here's a screen for Cook. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, well, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Throwing from the gun here. He dumps this off to Cook. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
And the Bills, first down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Working inside the red zone. Throwing into double coverage, and it's intercepted! Jahan Campbell makes the play. Well, Brock, they get an early opportunity here inside the red zone, but nothing comes of it after that interception.
Yeah, no question, Kate. You expect that this won't be the last chance or the last time they get in the red zone. This will, or at least should, be the last chance that it ends in a pick. They're going to take that Microsoft Surface tablet. Everybody is. They're going to pull that play up, and most importantly, they're going to try to identify what happened so it doesn't happen again.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Short pass brought in. And they bring him down up at the 12-yard line. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit, and you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. 2nd and 3 now. Throwing here, Hurts. Completes this one to Jahan Dotson. And he's going to be out of bounds, I think, a yard or two short of the 20 here. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And 2nd down's going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
He was brought down by
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Now Hurts. Caught on the comeback route. Quick rally to the catch by the defense, stopping the gain at the 33. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Good for an Eagles first down. 1st and 10.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
First down now, ball at the 33. Short side option here. He's running left. Decided to keep it, but couldn't escape the pressure there. They catch it behind the line.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Hurts setting up to throw. It's a screen to Barkley. And he spins right by him. Past the 35. And he takes this all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop-back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
On first down, Hurts setting up the running back screen. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
All right, here we go. Second down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Back to throw, Hurts. Hits him on the out route. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First and goal, Philadelphia.
Offense in position now. It's first and goal. They're going to run with Barkley. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
Another snap from the 8 here. It's second and goal. And time runs out before they get the snap off. That's the end of one. 7-2 our score. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment. We're back and excited to start the second. Eagles in a nice spot to put up points. Hurts now from the gun. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Eagles parlay the interception into points. Jalen Hurts with the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles push the lead up to 12.
14. Bills 2.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Johnson now on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Bills set to take over offensively. And a nice drive last time out, Brock, squandered by that interception. So I think they'd take a repeat of everything except that final play. All right, Bills to the line now. First and 10. First down throw for Allen. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one does not go far. The rookie out of Alabama, there on the tackle.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now, they need 7. Running back sent in motion. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Pulled in by his back, Cook. Short pickup to their own 31. Brought down on the effort by Quinion Mitchell.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Allen. That's caught for the first. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. He'll get 16 yards on that play. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Here's Cook. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Allen setting up to throw. Left side into the hands of Shakir. And a solid gain there, gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
It's a gain of 7.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. He's going to keep this one, and he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
It's a gain of a yard.
That may not look like much, but that is a confidence builder for quarterback and offensive line in particular. When you know you can push the pile on 3rd down on a sneak and get a 1st down, you may have to come back to that in a bigger moment in this one later.
It's a designated keeper for Allen. Still has some space inside the 35. And he's hauled out of bounds as he takes this down to the 30. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did, tote the ball himself for a big run.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
Not a bad first look for him in the contest, this contest. And I love them taking a shot, Cade. It's a shame, though, because this defense will tip your cap. They played that ball better than he could.
Still working from the 30 as they line this up. 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Finds him over the middle. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Bills have a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
From the red zone now. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So that brings up 2nd down.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Okay, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Dumps it off to his running back. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on third down.
A 28-yard attempt.
Prater puts it through, and the lead is back down to 9.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Matt Prater sets
So we've got ourselves a 9-point game now as they'll kick this off. Gibson now to return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And he sure has proven to be a handful for him, grabbing their attention as a runner, but actually doing a good bit of damage as part of the team's passing game too. First call here coming from the shotgun. Hurts gets it out wide, complete. And he'll have a small gain up to about the 32. Christian Benford up to make that stop.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Finds the in route, complete. Not a lot of room for him, he makes it to the 34. Jordan Poyer up from the secondary to make that stop.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. Completed to his running back. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
That's good for an Eagles first down. A gain of 9 yards and an Eagle first
When there's
down.
heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
First down throwing for Hurts. Finds his back. Here's Barkley. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, when one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Short pass brought in. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. 6-yard gain on the play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First down, a run with Barkley. And he takes it down to the 33. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
That's another Eagles first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Going to the ground again on first. This is going to take him into the red zone. He's down at the 16-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Danger, Case. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. It's a design look for Hurts. And nothing was going to help him escape that. He gets hit for a loss. Second down coming up.
QB runs can be some of the most difficult plays for these defenses, but not for the defense right there. Did their homework, and they get an A+ for how they defended that play.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Straight ahead. Here's Barkley. All right, they bought him a little room. That run good for 6 on second down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Third down here, need 8 on the play. To the air on 3rd and long. This one's caught. Smith has it. It's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal.
On the play. That's good for Eagles. First down. 1st and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Barkley is in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles push their lead to 15. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown.
Eagles.
Keep it rolling, baby. Keep it rolling.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles take a 16-point lead.
21, Bills 5.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Johnson with a return here. And decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Buffalo sending its offense to the field. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Allen looking to throw. Here's a screen for Cook. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's a give to Cook. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Buffalo 1st.
I think it's so easy for us up here in the booth or sitting on the couch watching at home wondering why. How do those guys fall for that misdirection? But on the field, that play happens so fast and the execution so high for that offense to get a big-time run.
Allen continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Back to throw now, Allen. To the outside, brought in by Shakir. And no gain after the catch, but the gain's still out across midfield. They're to the 45.
And the Bills.
It's a gain of 12 on that one. And the Bills have a first down.
10 at the 45-yard
And those are the
line.
completions they rely on from their passing game.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Jalen Phillips finishing that play off.
Taken down at the 41.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Now Allen. Has it downfield, working the left. And they take him down just as he gets inside that red zone. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. Yeah, that's good for a Buffalo first.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
And that's a pretty modest pickup for a QB keeper. On a traditional handoff, you'll take that yardage, but those QB keepers, so many times, they're really designed, Kate, for chunk plays in mind, double digits, and they nearly got it there.
Here's Allen. And this one hurts. Had a touchdown in his hands, but he couldn't hold on. 3rd down coming up.
Incomplete.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is, if he can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
Play number 9 of the drive. This is going to be 3rd and 5 to go. Allen to throw. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. Dalton Kincaid with a touchdown. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Matt Prater for the point after try. And it's good, but the choice to kick there means this still is a 2-possession game in the second half.
Eagles 21, Bills 12.
So we've got ourselves a 9-point game now as they'll kick this off. Set to return it. Here's Will Shipley. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks, really create some indecision now defensively.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Completed over the middle. This gets forward a little, not a ton, to the 35. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano.
And it's 3rd down.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Here he is on 3rd and short. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to touch him down as they wind up with a nice gain on that play, and they got a new set of downs too.
And an Eagles first down. A gain of 12. First down, Eagles.
So 2 minutes still to play in this first half, partner. More from Highmark Stadium in just a moment. Football's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Barkley off the pistol give. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Hurts now from the gun. He keeps it and takes off. And Hurts gives himself up after getting that first down.
A gain of 10 yards.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Barkley trying this up the gut. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Hurts. It's a screen to Barkley. Along this sideline inside the 25. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. A pickup of 17, and that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
It's a gain of 17
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Hurts. Caught by Dotson on the slant. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Philadelphia going to spend its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. So now here's 3rd and 5. Back now, pressure coming. Pass complete to Goddard. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles will add to their lead at the end of the half. Dallas Goedert, the touchdown. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles take a 16-point lead.
Bills 12.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. On the return, here comes Davis. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Bills getting one more drive here before the break. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. It's 1st and 10 for their final drive of the half. We've got 23 seconds remaining. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
At the 35-yard line.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. And they send a man in motion. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Hits him on the out route. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Buffalo calls it 2nd timeout of the half.
That's good.
And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Allen on the play action. Connects on the crosser. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. From the red zone on 1st. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. And that throw doesn't lead to 6. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown. And you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did. And with those 3 points, you just dig yourself out of a little bit of a hole. You know, coming out of halftime, you've got to firmly be in comeback mode.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. So it's a touchback on the kickoff, and we're going to get one final snap here in the half.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here comes the final play of our first half. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he has a decent gain on what's going to be the final play of the half. So entering the locker rooms, got ourselves a 2-score game. It's time to hear from Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much, Scott. Appreciate the update, as always. And welcome back, everyone. 3rd quarter about to get underway. Got a 2-score ball game here as we resume play. Elliott's all set for the kickoff.
For Philadelphia.
Johnson now on the return. Escapes a defender. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So to begin the third, it's going to be the Buffalo offense we see first. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half too as they chase this lead. Starting out trips right here, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Finds the in route complete. He's taken down after reaching the 30. Cooper to Jean with the stop.
4 yards on the pickup.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Play action now, Allen. Finds him on the crossing route. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Some of these quarterbacks, Kate, I swear, it's just instinctive. Like a great running back, they just know how to buy a little bit more time and to create space to find those completions outside the pocket.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. Throwing from the gun. Short pass brought in. And this one's only going to pick up a couple before he heads out of bounds.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Allen going to throw again. Here's a screen for Cook. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Again, Allen to the air. Got his man. Shakir has it. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
First down.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down. To the air again, Allen. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And it's going to be 2nd down. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on. That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Play number 8 of this drive, and it's 8 that they need here on 3rd down. Shakir in motion right. Allen on 3rd down. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference, and that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
The Bills with a punt team out there. It'll be Mitch Wisnowski doing the honors. So this one goes out of bounds inside the 20, but not by much. They're giving him the 18-yard line. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Barkley. And the power play up the gun only results in 2 yards.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Here's another carry for Barkley. Ran into a wall that time. Couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage, so 3rd down now.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
Now air it out on 3rd. Completed left side to Smith. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Finds his back. Here's Barkley. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
2nd and 3 now. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. A throw left side, caught by Brown. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
1st and 10 now from the 46. They go play action. Here's Hurts. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. Well, they took their shots, but unsuccessful on that first down throw, swatted away by the defense. So first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He had been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it, right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what would you call a first mistake throwing the ball, and they still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts.
Slot receivers headed left. Hurts yet again. Hits his running back. And he's tackled for a short gain.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers. That time, a running back in the flat.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Finds him over the middle. And they are on him short of that first down. They responded quickly to that throw. That brings up 4th down.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Only 2 yards to the marker, and they're going for it here on 4th. Hurts tucks it, starts running. And the defense escapes. And a nice drive going, but the defense gets off the field by forcing that turnover on downs.
Kate, that is all about the eyes of the defense, keyed in on the quarterback. Whether it was going to be a run or a throw, that defense was so locked in, they hold him short of the sticks.
The Bills' offense all set for their next drive. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Now it's Cook. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
Allen looking to throw. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Throw here, third down. To the right, pulled in by Palmer. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line.
Josh Palmer.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. And after they were stopped on fourth down their prior possession, Brock, you got to wonder if they're going to be confident enough to go for it again if they get to that point here. First call here coming from the shotgun. Here's Hurts. It's a screen to Barkley. And he's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. Second down.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
5 still to go here. This is second down. They run it with Saquon. Through the second level at the 40. And he has this all the way across to the opposing 45. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
And an Eagles first down. A 28-yard gain.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Now Hurts. We've got a screen to the running back. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8. Second down.
That's called the quarterback's best friend, Kate. Gains like that on the screen aren't possible without everyone doing their job. One missed assignment is the difference between a big gain and being dropped for a loss.
Offense is set. This is second and 2. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. Jukes another one. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
From the gun, it's a get to Bigsby. Tackle made at the 10. First and goal coming up.
12 more yards.
That's the kind of run that shows he's trying to take some stress off the passing game to provide big plays. What a great help to that side of an offense when the ground game can deliver chunk plays too.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. The screen pass falls incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that makes it second and goal.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So the incompletion on first. Here is second and goal. Here's Saquon. And he falls through the defense for a touchdown. The Eagles make it a 3-possession game. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Nick Sirianni telling his offense they're going for it. 2-point attempt coming.
The Eagles will set
Hurts
up
looking to
for the
throw.
two-point conversion.
And that pass is complete for 2, and their lead grows further.
The score, Eagles 36, Bills 15.
All right, Brock, they win empty. We all expected a pass was coming, and they do indeed go to the air and connect on that strike for 2.
Yeah, once you empty that backfield, it does certainly, Kate, alert that defense to pass. And then it comes down to disguise. It comes down to timing, especially on a 2-point with everything condensed. Well done by that offense to go get 2.
Jake Elliott.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Johnson with a return here. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
First and 10.
The Bills and quarterback Josh Allen ready to get back to work now on offense. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. New set of downs for him from the 31. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain.
He's tackled
3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Another one for Cook. He dodged the tackle. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Throwing now on 1st down, Allen. Brought in right side. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
They send the tight end in motion. Allen on 3rd and short. Complete beyond the marker. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That's another Bills first down. 1st and 10.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Now a design run. It's Allen. That one stopped right at the line for no gain. This is going to be 2nd down.
Man, it is tough to fool this defense with how they just react to these plays, Kate. They held that line, the QB keeper, it gets 0.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Allen. He brings it in, and he's brought down after a short gain.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Ninth play of the drive coming up. They need 8 yards here on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
A 26-yard attempt.
Prater puts it through. And it gets a fraction closer as the lead's down to 18.
He's happy to bring him 3 points closer, but I'm sure he sees the situation of the game. He knows 3 isn't going to cut it to end these drives. They need to find the end zone.
Now Prater on to send it away. Shipley now to return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well even with the workload they placed upon him. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They put a receiver in motion right. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Making the tackle there, Joey Bosa.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Hurts gets it out wide, complete. And this one doesn't go far.
Complete to number 6, Devontae Smith. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
6 yards to go here. It's 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Not on the same page with his tight end. 4th down coming up.
You know, Kate, with the game that they've put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that 3rd down.
His work begins at the 31. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Possession switching back to Buffalo as their offense heads out. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Yet again, he finds Shakir. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. They get 22 out of that play. And the Bills have a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Sponge!
First down throw for Allen. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Buffalo first. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
First and 10. Here's Allen. Finds him on the crossing route. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Well, that catch right there ended up paying off one of the longest routes he's going to run. He started on one side of the field, Kate, and he made it all the way across to the other, and at no point was he going to step off the gas. My man, though, he may need a little breather, a little oxygen after that one.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Dalton Kincaid with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Prater on for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bills make it an 11-point ball game.
Eagles 36, Bills 25.
Now Prater on to send it away.
Set to kick off.
Shipley now to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
Shipley on the return. The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Chance here for one final play before the end of our quarter. They give to Barkley, left side. And they're able to haul him down, and that's going to wrap up this third quarter. So we're through 3 here. The Eagles have the football, and with that lead, might have a win in just a little while, too. We've set it down from 37. First down, and they go right back to him. Escapes a defender. And they are all the way across midfield before he's brought down. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That's another Eagles first down.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He just gets down inside the 35-yard line. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
A gain of 18 on the play. And an Eagles
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
First down throwing for Hurts. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. He was looking for Dallas Goedert there. So second down coming up.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long, but finally, this defense has an answer.
After the incompletion, still at that 31-yard line, 2nd and 10. Pass him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Third and long. They're going to throw. Making the call himself. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
So on 4th down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. This 42 yards from the right hash. Elliott connects there, and that extends their lead to 14.
Those 3 points could go a long way to securing this W. Makes it a lot more comfortable knowing the other side's got to score a couple touchdowns now. A touchdown to field goal's not going to get it done anymore.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff.
For Philadelphia.
On the return, here comes Davis. This makes it up to the 25. The Bills and quarterback Josh Allen ready to get back to work now on offense. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Check.
Cook trying this one up the gut. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Only took him one play, Brock, and they have already made it to the 40-yard line. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. They pick up 14 yards on that one, and the Bills have a 1st down.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. And you feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
Catch made right side by Coleman. They get to him, and he loses the football. It's out! And the Birds got to it.
This is exactly what you want out of your defense. If they're not going to secure the ball on offense, and they're going to give you a shot at it, go punch that ball loose and get a body on it for the recovery.
Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. They're up by 2 scores, Brock, but we've got some time left, so they still need to mount a drive here. While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover.
Play is under review.
All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question the offensive guy's screaming something hit the ground while the defense is hoping it didn't.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. Offense is set, 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. Didn't sell the draw enough, and he pays the price. He's headed the wrong direction, backs him up for 2nd down. Following the run, we see he's still out there dealing with some sort of injury. They'll head out to check on him. Offense to the line for 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. And this is going to be a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills now within 1 score in the 4th. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Prater on for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bills chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
39. Bills 32.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Gibson now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
A modest gain on the counter. A good recovery there from the front 7, Kate. They bought the fake initially, but adjusted just in time to limit the damage headed the other direction.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Hurts now from the gun. He's got Brown on the slant. And this one does not go far.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. They'll throw 3rd and long. Got his man. That's Brown again. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Eagles first down. A gain of 12. First down, Eagles.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Hurts tucks it, starts running. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
When they draw up these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that could tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought into that defensive mind that the QB can run at any time.
On first down, Hurts. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Hurts looking to throw. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
Kate, I'm going to call that, even though it looks like nothing on the stat sheet, a win-win for both sides. Defense, well, they rally. They get right to that throw in the flat for a no gain. The offense, well, they just remind that defense, you not only got to cover us vertically, but we're going to stretch you horizontally as well.
On third down, it's Hurts. It's a screen to Barkley. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. A gain of 15 there. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
And they take him down right along the 30.
The tackle by T.J. Sanders. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Bills' 30-yard line.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Hauled in by Goddard, left side. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
First down, a run with Barkley. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast, but he was patient, he was explosive, and he got a nice little gain on the ground.
First down a run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. Play action, Hurts has it. And they don't get any help on this 2nd down, Brock. He is out right along the line, so no gain. Six yards to go here. It's 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. Brought in. And he takes this one down to the 10 before hitting that sideline.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
They'll go. Hurts. And all their pressure gets it done. That's a sack on 4th down as they force the turnover.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Now we've got the Bills offense headed back to the field. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. First play. They go quick out to the left, complete. And he's tackled for a short gain.
To Brandon Cooks. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 20-yard line.
2nd down now. They need 7. Tight end going in motion here. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. Give him 8 on that one. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
That's good for a Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Straight ahead, here's Cook. That played good for, looks like about 6. 2nd down upcoming.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. They'll send a receiver left. They give here to the motion man. Has some daylight through the 40. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
And the Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Throwing now on first down, Allen. Right back to Shakir, this is caught. And this is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
That's another Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Here's a give to Cook. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Allen setting up play action. And this is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills now trail by just a point in the 4th. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
So a chance to tie it up again here in the 4th. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Gibson now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. They're headed out there after just watching their lead disappear, but going off of that, an opportunity does exist now for an immediate answer.
And I'm going to say the quiet thing out loud here, Kate. There is a part of this offensive group that just loves this opportunity. They get the chance right now to answer, and not just that, but possibly come up with a game-winning drive.
They're going to go with Barkley on the counter. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
He was brought down by
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. So this one on the defense.
Pass interference. Defense.
He got too aggressive to try and stop that play, and they tag him for pass interference. 1st and 10 from the 32. Hurts setting up to throw. That pass complete to Goddard. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Barkley off the pistol give. And he'll get it up to the 44. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Escapes the pocket. He's tackled there, so a nice start to a new set of downs, but let's see if they keep it. So let's examine this flag. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up.
Still 1st down.
Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Throwing here, Hurts. Finds Barkley underneath. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
All right, here we go, 2nd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Got a man downfield, and Goddard has it. And he's down to almost, oh, no, they're actually going to give him the 30 here. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Buffalo. Eagles in range for a game-winning score. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Barkley trying this up the gut, trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on 1st down. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out,
It's a loss of 2.
as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
At the 21-yard line.
Hurts gets it out wide, complete. And he's brought down at the line. So Buffalo's going to call it 2nd timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down.
It was as if the defense knew what play was coming. That was a play they knew they could defend, and boy, did they ever, stopping it right at the line of scrimmage.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. Now to throw. He's going for it himself. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Now the Bills use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up.
4th down.
A lot of pressure on this kick for Jake Elliott. This 32 yards out on the right hash. That one is good! And late in the 4th, they have grabbed a lead.
42.
That's called getting his job done, Kate, drilling it right through. And now they're in position to win this game. Now it's on some of those guys who are out there with them on the kick, those defenders, to hang on to this lead to give them the win.
Jake Elliott.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Johnson now on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Bills and Joshua Palmer set to go to work again. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Yet again, he finds Shakir. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Back to throw. Connects on the crosser. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
Time not on their side here as they get set for 1st down. No timeouts remaining either. He'll look to throw it. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So it'll be 2nd down. Setting up to pass. Brought in right side by Kincaid. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Matt Prater on now as we see how he handles this moment. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. So the Bills sending out Matt Prater now. It'll be a 54-yarder from the right hash. It's pushing right, and it's going to miss the mark just on the wrong side of that upright. And they are unable to tie up this contest.
The obvious disclaimer right here, Kate. Let's make sure the kicker doesn't, well, take the whole blame for this loss. Because, yes, it was a game-tying kick, but this team's performance and missed opportunities throughout, man, there were a lot of guys going to watch this tape and say to that kicker, I could have done more.
No timeouts remaining here, partner, so they can just run out this clock. Hurts a chance to run it here. So the Eagles will fly out of here with a road win. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from Buffalo.